Hi, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope you've had a nice chilled out Sunday and enjoyed the football so far today. Let's talk about Chelsea against Manchester City. A big 3 points for Chelsea. They'll be happy with that. But before I go any further, I just want to stop for a wee second and say thank you so much for subscribing, for watching these videos, for enjoying this channel. I greatly appreciate it, and the feedback I've had over the last week or so has been so nice. And yesterday at the North London Derby, I bumped into a couple of young fans. If you're watching this now, thank you for your kind words. It was nice to hear that you're really enjoying this YouTube channel. I really, really appreciate it, and it was lovely to meet you as well. I got a few names. I'm really bad with names at the moment. I've still got mum brain, so everything's out the window. But yeah, it was lovely to see so many people yesterday at the North London Derby who enjoys this YouTube page. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. Chelsea 2, Manchester City 0. Now, actually, in the first half, I thought things were going to be very, very different. I felt City were mostly dominating. Chelsea started strong, City settled into things, and then they seemed to dominate. And then it didn't last. But fair play to Fran Kirby getting that first goal. What was interesting about that moment and the build up to that goal is that Fran Kirby was just wide open. Nobody was marking her at that point in time. A lovely ball from Jessie Fleming across to Guro Reiten, who just put it in the perfect position for Fran Kirby to tuck it away. But in those moments, City will be kicking themselves because they should have been marking her, and it just didn't go to plan at all. Also, a couple of things I want to talk about is, of course, no Pernilla Harder for Chelsea. I feel she was missed a little bit today. There was something off, but also there were so many different strengths coming into that Chelsea side as well. Lauren James looks sensational. I think we've been all waiting for, it feels like a couple of years to see Lauren James at our fully fit best. And she struggled with things like that over the last couple of seasons anyway. But, you know, having had a full season there at Chelsea, not seen much of her, I'm ready to see this version of Lauren James. I thought she looked very, very dangerous today. Sam Kerr, quiet enough. Anybody else agree with that? I felt she seemed quiet enough. But a wonderful goal from Fran Kirby and a great ball in from Guro Reiten. I thought Jessie Fleming had a great game as well. And yeah, just that new defender coming in as well, Buchanan, I thought looked exceptional. And it's funny because yesterday, even though Arsenal weren't massively challenged in the final third, I thought having Rafa Souza so physical and such a unit at the back there offers that difference in a game of football, and I think she will be the difference to Arsenal if she can maintain fit, and I think she picked up a knock yesterday. So that'll be difficult for them, but seeing Buchanan at the back for Chelsea, I thought she gives that element of physicality, and you know she's going to get kind of closed down. Anybody who comes at her is going to get closed down, and I think she really showed that today as well. Millie Bright, a very, very good game. She just blocks whatever she can. There was a moment with City where Bunny Shaw almost had that moment. She took the first touch. Millie Bright came in out of nowhere, just got rid of it, and then also the moment where somebody struck the ball and Millie Bright just took it right in the face and almost acted like nothing happened. I'd be playing dead by this point. Honestly, I couldn't live if that happened to me. But yeah, a massive 3 points for Chelsea. And interesting additions to the squad as well. We saw Perisic come on in the last 5 minutes. Interested to see what she can do as well for Chelsea moving forward. But yeah, I mean, even the second goal was a penalty. And obviously this is the most topical point that we have to focus on. But that was a penalty for me all day, and my husband was watching the game with me, and my father-in-law, and it's dubious, and I'm like, that her hand wasn't in a natural position. For me, that was a penalty. Mjelde taking it and putting it away lovely, and it's interesting because her being back in the squad today, the commentators, and of course we know that she's struggled from an injury, she's had lack of minutes, so there's a huge pressure on you to step up in that position when you're only one goal in front, and to be able to bury it the way she did with that confidence and put it away and make it 2-0, I think she should be very, very, very happy with herself, and I'm sure Emma Hayes will be as well. So this tightens things up. It's exactly what Chelsea needed, and I thought Manchester City were actually going to give them it at some point. I'm taken by City, I have to say. I think they're a great squad. I think they've got so much to offer. And of course, they've had a mass exodus over the summer and the transfer window, but there have been so many brilliant players that have come in. Castellanos, holding midfielder, she was excellent, and she's kind of coming in as that almost seems like a bit of a replacement for Keira Walsh, and she seemed brilliant, proper centre half, all over everything. Again, she brought that edge, she's got pace, and so much skill and technicality as well. I really enjoyed watching her. Number 10, Dina Castellanos, and also number 4, Alexandri as well coming in. I thought she looked brilliant, very, very good player. And offers a lot, and it's funny because you wondered about how many people can make a difference in a transfer window. Those 2 signings anyway, I thought were absolutely outstanding today. Steph Houghton, anybody else feel that she had a bit of a bad game? I thought she had a bit of a nightmare at times actually. It doesn't feel like she's completely there yet, but we know that she's got a lot more to give. And Bunny Shaw, oh, I could watch her all day. I think she's absolutely brilliant. And again, she spoke about this earlier on. The physicality and the pace that she possesses is something quite special. And Gareth Taylor will be under it. You know, to lose your 2 opening games, this would today have been the 3rd, but to lose your 2 opening games. You know, last week against Aston Villa, I'm so happy for Aston Villa, but they looked off it last week. Today they looked more at it. Today they gave it more. Today they were going in and doing what they should have done last week. But you're playing against Chelsea. You've got to pick your moments to do that. Chelsea, of course, been wounded, been affected after being beat 2-1 against Liverpool last week. Did exactly what they had to do today. And even keeping the clean sheet as well. I thought Anne-Catherine Berger, she can seem, for me, I find it dodgy sometimes what she does. But she was good today, and she saved everything coming at her. And that said as well, Ellie Roebuck, I think she's now England number 2 keeper. She's moved up after the end of the Euros due to a change around, and I thought she was good today. Okay, despite conceding 2 goals, and one of them being, of course, the penalty. She didn't have a chance to save that penalty. It would have been outstanding if she did, but I thought she had a really good game. And I think City have so much to offer. The only thing I wonder now is Gareth Taylor. I was going to say Gareth Southgate. When does he get it, right? Because they're out of the Champions League already. That's got to be an issue for them, especially with the money that they've spent in the window, especially with the players that they already have as well. You know, you're seeing Vicky Losada coming on in the last 5 minutes, a Champions League winner herself. So it's good, but Lauren Hemp, I thought, quieter today. Chloe Kelly, who of course is the hero, she also seemed a little bit off it. But somebody I'm glad to see coming back in and get her chance as well, and almost, you know, being there in front of goal and looking like a bit of a presence is Laura Coombs. I think she's been very, very good to watch today, and she was last week as well. So we see what's next in store, of course, for Manchester City. All we know is that they have to win their next games. I mean, it's going to be a huge problem if they don't. Their next game, of course, being Sunday the 16th of October. A wee bit of a break now. Oh gosh, really? How did that come round so quick? And then it's Leicester City, and then they're away to Spurs on the 22nd of October as well. We wait and see what happens. Interesting game, another interesting weekend, and it ended Chelsea 2, Manchester City 0. And by the way, if you are interested, tomorrow on Women's Football Weekly on TalkSport, I'm covering that show for Fake and Others tomorrow. We actually have an interview with Laura Coombs and Everton's Gabby George as well. So I hope you can tune in for that. Till then, thank you. Please keep subscribing. Please keep watching these videos. Please keep telling everyone. And I'll see you soon.